Hello everybody, this is Dinah Rose. Welcome back to my channel. I'm here to talk to you guys about some of the rumblings that has happened since the TashaK and Arionne interview. Dr. Heavenly came out this week and she said that she thought she could do a better job than TashaK on the interview. She said that Arionne had come to her first, but she declined interviewing her because she's good friends with Melody Holt. She did say that she didn't think that Tasha held her feet to the fire enough. She didn't hold her accountable. And that as a wife, she believed that she could have done a better job at showing Arionne the errors of her ways. Now, TashaK is also a wife, so I'm not sure where that came from. And also, if Dr. Heavenly didn't watch the interview, why does she have so much, advice or chit-chat about what she could have done differently? TashaK did come back and respond to her with, "Sis, you didn't get the interview because no one can sit and listen to someone who sounds like the dental drills you use on your patients. You blanked up the Martell Holt interview by letting him expose your BFF Melody for making weekly appointments at the blank clinic." Now, I will say that if you watched Dr. Heavenly's interview, you probably cringed the entire time because Martell really was going out of his way to make Melody look as dirty and as nasty as he is, okay? He did fail because everybody who was watching it was like screaming at him through the chat. And, at the very end, Dr. Heavenly was like, Martell, I can't get with this. But she did let him say a lot. And as a doctor, for that man to be spreading his wife's medical history up, down, and all around, she could have just intervened and said, why don't you keep a tight lid on that? Or at the very minimum, how many times did you go to the doctor with Melody? How many times did you go to the doctor with your mistress we know about and with the mistresses we don't know about? Because Martell couldn't have a clean bill of health either. You know what I'm saying? What have you been bringing home to your wife? Arionne also made a post in response to everyone who's been calling her delusional. Because they keep telling her that the show isn't about her. But she wanted everybody to know, yes, Arionne M.F. Curry, say what you want, but it's been 3 years and I'm the topic of that show. I held back so much tea in that interview about all of them silly people. They ain't tired of discussing me. They just had a whole 3-part interview about me. They are all so fake. I don't care about the dirt, never have. But enough is enough. All I'm asking for is for OWN not to discuss me anymore. I have that right. Y'all clearly in love with the show centered around me, but out here lying. They're not discussing what's really going on. What would that be? What's really going on in Huntsville? These are facts. The more they discuss me, the more I'm putting everybody else's business out here. I'm putting everybody's business out moving forward. This is chess, not checkers. TashaK, we did numbers, broke the internet, 100,000 views in an hour. Nobody on that show is relevant. These producers don't even trust their own likeness to carry their own show. Pitiful. Now, we all did watch, that's true, but not because the show is about you. I think we were watching because it's really interesting to see that Martell blew up his entire life. First of all, for someone who processes information like she still counts on her fingers, it's interesting to see how did you have the whole package and literally throw it away, okay? Secondly, the mistress story, there's only 2 ways you could tell the story. Either you went in being a mistress knowingly, he tells you up front, you said fine, or he doesn't tell you up front, you find out later, and you still say fine. There's nothing else to be said, nothing. And you can say he pursued you all day and night. As long as you're okay with it, that makes you just as problematic as the man. If that man is active in his marriage, if he leaves your house and goes home to be a husband to his wife and a father to his children, you are also a problem. That's all there is to it. There's no way else to explain that story. So Kimmy, after everybody got online and started labeling Maurice as a cheater, as being a cheater like his brother, Marceau, and Martell, Kimmy had this to say. She had made this post here where she said, I'm tired, okay? I'm tired, and we all get it. But one of her sorority sisters, she made a post under that where she said, Sora, it won't end until you all, as a cast, put your foot down with Carlos and tell him that this storyline needs to be put to bed. Send a corporate cease and desist letter from the network, and Martell needs to evoke a gag order, and y'all need to let this thing die. This ain't good for nobody's business long term. Everybody involved has children. And Kimmy did a hand clap for that. And she's right. At the end of the day, whether the story is put to bed or not, hopefully it is, because this girl is really out of control. The person that is telling her all the business, they got everybody on this cast like up in arms, is Martell. Put the gag order on her for Pete's sake. She doesn't care. I think she was threatening to write a book when she was on TashaK's interview. She said she was going to have a book out in the springtime, I believe she said. However, she's not. She doesn't have anything to say. Nobody gives a crap about that girl. Then Marceau posted this picture of his brother in his football uniform, okay? And he wanted everybody to know that he rides for his quarterback brother, okay? If that's what he likes, even though they said linebackers, but if that's what he likes, that's what he likes. He wrote, that's my quarterback. Hashtag hard to tackle. Hashtag it's abstain from sacks. And then Maurice wrote, I think I hate this guy. Yep, I know I do. And then Marceau just kind of giggled back. So they're laughing this off. Let's see here. Yeah, Maurice also wrote pyromaniac. And I guess he is referring to Miss Curry here. Someone who has an uncontrolled urge to set fires. Careful, the fire you set may consume you. And even Miss Tisha got in on the get backs, because I'm sure her house felt horrible that week after she all that information was posted. But she said, revenge is not in my plans. You'll blink yourself on your own. And we all know that, that had to be hard because Tisha is a very vindictive person. So she probably saying it's not in her plans because she doesn't know how to get it done at this moment. But if she could, she absolutely would. Okay. But that's it, guys. Thank you for listening and watching, and I will see you next time.